Hi, I'm Ling. Firstly, to make the question is more clear, we have defined separately two terms, certification and accreditation. As we understand, in HE scenario, they want to be certified for their information security system. That's why they need the certification rather than the accreditation. Then, when doing some research referred to certification for the information security system in Australia, as well as Tasmania, we found that in Australia, the international standard for information security management system is the Australia New Zealand ISO 27001, the version of 2013, formed accordingly to international ISO standard, which is a suite of activities concerning the management of information risk. The standards is a wide brief of because it covers on types and size of organizations as well as on industry or markets. Because this certification is referred to an international standard, its requirements are the same for every country all over the world. Then if AT want to expand the organization to the Victoria, they do not need to apply for this certification again, but has to maintain it. We found that different certification bodies have different procedure for giving this ISO certification, but we can summarize that the main procedure have the following steps. The first one is the system assessment. The second one is the two-stage audit, which includes documentation review and the on-site audit. When the applicant pass the formal assessment, they will receive the ISO standard, of course, the Australian version, which is valid for 3 years. Also, the organization that should stay compliant with this certification and improve. Finally, we found that in this procedure, the professional organizations that IT should contact for getting this certification is the certification body. There are a lot of accredited certification body in Australia now, such as BSI Group, DAS certification, DQS, etc., so that IG can choose one of them for getting the certification. And that's the brief of our team result. Now I will talking about my own view. Actually, most of the team members have the same idea about this scenario because we did a lot of research together and very carefully. Firstly, about accreditation and certification. I found that certification are third-party endorsements of an organization, system, or products, while accreditation is a third-party endorsement of the certification. Therefore, as my understanding, certification is the one that IG need for this scenario, while the accreditation relevant to some organization who are accredited to give that certification, which is not the case of IG. Secondly, about what kind of certification in this case, I do have the same idea of the Australia, New Zealand ISO 27001, the version of 2013, for both Tasmania and Victoria, because this certification is following the international standard. Actually, I did contact the experts of BSI Group, which is a large certification body in Australia, to have some advice about my ideas, and they told me that the organization just need to get the expand of their scope in their recent certification, don't need to get it again. Finally, from my perspective, I think in order to get this certification, IG should contact the DAS certification, which is an accredited certification body having many offices around Australia, especially both in Tasmania and Victoria. Therefore, it will be much easier for IG to contact and have support from them in the state that IG located. And that's my video about this scenario. Thank you very much for your listening.